we as women have to have the voice. We have to believe in ourselves and believe in the fact that we have the same level of education as the men, we have the same level of experience as the men, and therefore it's really more about what you believe in yourself more than what the external world sees. So my name is Daphne Maina, and I'm the Deputy CEO and Executive Director of CIB Kenya. I started my career journey about 18 years ago in the banking industry, having worked for about 3 banks now. Started my career from the entry level, as a cashier, and have grown up through the ranks. And yeah, I totally enjoy banking. It's an industry of choice for me.
How have you navigated challenges in such a male-dominated industry?
So I must say that banking definitely is perceived to be a male-dominated industry, and not just banking. Generally, financial services is perceived to be a male-dominated industry. But I must say there are so many gains that have been made world over in terms of starting to change that perception. If you look at sometimes even in organizations, when we look at the percentage of women coming up into leadership positions, that's definitely growing. How to overcome the challenges is we as women have to have the voice. We have to believe in ourselves and believe in the fact that we have the same level of education as the men, we have the same level of experience as the men, and therefore it's really more about what you believe in yourself more than what the external world sees, and we have to learn to put up our hands.
What impact do you believe your voice and women's voices have in driving change in finance?
I think a lot. I think when I look at women generally and the perception in the world is that when women are in leadership positions, they present a very good image, they present trust, they present belief in whatever industry that they are in. And so as women, really, there's a lot that we can impact in terms of change, in terms of driving the industry and ensuring that we put in place strategies and ideas that can actually propel the world forward.
And lastly, how have you invested in yourself to advance in your career, and what advice would you give other women on self-investment?
There's a very interesting concept that I believe in, which is the concept of the gathering years. And this applies in both women and also men. I think the idea is you have to trust in the process. And in the process, you've got to be very clear on what is your goal as a woman. Where do you want your career to end up? You have to be very intentional about that. And once you know where you really want to end up in your career, then start working towards the gathering years. And the gathering years basically mean if you need to invest in education, invest in yourself. Go on and do that education that you feel will propel you to that place that you want. If it is trainings, if it is getting involved in forums that nurture whatever it is that you want to eventually achieve as your goal, we have to invest in that. We have to invest in ourselves as women.